Yo, yo, what's good? It's your boy Sama, aka CJ, aka Junior Brinks, coming back at you live with another episode of Sippin' with Chuck. What's goody, dog? Hold on, because I realized last time I ain't give y'all no real sips. You know what I'm saying? It's called Sippin' with Chuck. How can I come at you and not drink nothing? Hold on. Mm. Damn, that's good. Today, your boy got some good old fashioned water, okay? Because he ain't got no liquor right now. It's just good old fashioned water, okay? Now, I want to show off this cool little flask I got. It's called Iron Flask. It's a cool, nice little jug, man. But I got some Star Wars stickers with it. One of them joints got Empire popping, Rebels dropping. That's hard, ain't it? I know. Thank you to my nice little, you know what I'm saying? She know. Now you asking who? Y'all want to know who? Story for another time down the road. Let me tell you. You know why? Because this podcast ain't about relationship talk, baby. It's about what the Chuckster been doing and all his nerdy stuff. Also, side note, just want to throw this out there. There's a lot of great anime. I always got to say, there's a lot of great anime going on right now, and I need to catch up. Okay? But let's get going, right? So let me tell you about, first and foremost, my weekend. Okay, it's really all I'm gonna talk about because I had two dance events back to back. You know what I'm saying? My body was dying. When I tell you I was sore from another world, boy, boy, oh boy. Weekend full of dance, weekend full of dance, and great times, and seeing people that I haven't seen in a minute, and just honestly, just the vibes was fire, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to Seize the Rhythm, and shout out to the VA session, big VA always back home, you know what I mean? Um let's get into it, right? So we're going to start with the VA session. Um so I went to Virginia Friday. The event was on Saturday, right? Shout out to that. Shout out to Nine, one of the crumpers out there. Um been around him a bit, did performance with him. He's a real cool dude. So shout out to him. Thank you for, throwing the event and, allowing me to just come back and vibe with the homies, like the at home homies, you know what I mean? So I was real appreciative of that. Saturday, the event starting at 6 or whatever, and like all events, when it come to niggas, it ain't start on time, but it's cool. It's cool. My only issue for me in particular was that I was going to be driving back that same night, right? So let's get to the event first, right? So the VA session out there at over in Richmond, Virginia, Iron Legend Gym. Shout out to the gym for letting us use the space. Appreciate you. The thing was a vibe. Um, so this is how it started. We had my big homie as the judge. We had Nine as the judge, and we had a crumper in Nigeria online on an iPad. Okay, look, I got my own whatever. Um, let's just say that part was holding up a bit of the night, just cause. Okay, prelims happened, and buddy, I don't know what was going on. We was waiting for the Nigeria judge the whole time. Oh, Max Buck, that was his name. I just remembered. Cool guy, I'm sure. Obviously you can't talk to him because I don't know if he was viewing it from like a live stream or how he was viewing the battles, but after the prelims he was taking it was taking a little minute to actually get started, right? Because I think he was catching up, whatever. um so it was still a vibe. So the session was a vibe, you know what I'm saying? I was trying to wait, let stuff sink in, you know what I'm saying? I'm at home, I'm at the homies. I had to take a little sip because sipping with Chuck, but that night it was sipping with Jay Brinks, you know what I'm saying? um and I just had to, feel the vibes. It takes me a little minute to jump in the session only because 90% of the time, crumpers don't always play good music. Oh, okay, let's start there. My boy that was in control of the music at first, cool guy. I met him before. He's a real cool guy, real nice guy, right? Nothing against him, right? At a crump event, don't play dubstep. I'm just gonna say that off rip. We is over here trying to warm up. get buck when the vibes is coming. We not trying to listen to no dubstep, bro. Like sometimes I'm in a certain mood for music, like certain music, and if I got it in my brain that like on my way there, I was on the phone and like she even heard that I was playing crump tracks in the background because I'm trying to get my mindset in a crump mindset. You know what I mean? So sometimes when you're having an event and there's a session or whatever, and it's a specific thing for crump events, especially like play that crump track, bro. Like let everybody get into the, you know what I mean? Especially for folks who are trying to battle. So there's that. Anyway, just a little caveat. Moving on. Prelims happened, right? I get, session was great. Shout out to everybody at the session and in the prelims. Waiting for the dude to make a decision or his third as the third judge, see who's moving on, right? So I get to move on, of course, to the first round battles, right? I think it was like eight of us. It was a top 8 they wanted to do, so it was top 8, and I battled like 4 times, if I can count. I don't know. Yeah, sure. So how they were doing it though, I was thinking like in the battles with each one, it was gonna be me and then whoever was either in front of me or after me, however it was. It should have been the person that like went right before me that I thought I was about to battle, but I guess they were just pulling names out of hat at randomly. And it's crazy because this is exact happened at the other event too. Um, Normally with tournaments, like it's like, oh, okay, they just went. He moves in the bracket. Here's the bracket name. Like I'm used to bracket style, not just keep pulling names out of hat and see who going against who. But whatever, right? Um, so so this is why this is funny, right? So first battle, I battle Rugrat, good time. And again, I'm battling everybody that I know, except for maybe like 2 people that I know, or I'm just not meeting that night. Um, Man, I gotta say, Rugrat has gotten like everybody's just getting better and better as the years go by, and I love to see it. I was really just there to have fun with the homie. So shout out Rugrat, VA always. Yeah, bro was getting crazy. He was about to make me mad a little bit because I was like, all right, I gotta do more stuff. You know what I'm saying? So no, I got past Rugrat first round. That was great. Uh, my next battle, I think it was only a top 8. So who did I battle second? Oh yeah, who did I battle second? Duh, I keep forgetting it wasn't that many. And I had to battle fam. It's okay because the other 2, Euphoria and Damage, they had to battle each other and apparently they rode together. So I guess it's not that bad, you know what I mean? But why I had to battle somebody in my fam? I said, bro, I thought I was about to battle. For real, I thought I was about to battle Damage. Obviously, I didn't battle Damage. All right, cool. Um, that was that also too. I think Euphoria and Damage had battle of the nights in my opinion. They was just going back and forth, back and forth. Now will I say who I thought won? Doesn't really matter. At this point, it was just I was just there for the vibes. You know what I mean? But I think they had battle of the night. Damage was getting off. I was like, this kid is nice. Like, and these cat. Look, let me tell you something. These kids today, right? Just quick tangent. They just be moving in all sorts of different ways, bro. Like bending their ankles, bending their bodies, like, and like, and I'm like looking at them like, oh man, it's a lot of work now. Nah, but they make it fun though. So that I think personally that was my battle of the night. Uh, Euphoria did beat Ghost, and that's how we got to the battle night. But we're moving on to my next battles because it's just a recap of my weekend, right? Um, and I could do battle reviews and stuff, but I was in the event, so like more so I'm recapping stuff that I was a part of. Uh, I miss Euphoria versus Ghost fully. Their first rounds were great, but your boy had a little tummy issue going on, so he had to take his. I know TMI, my fault, my fault. But I had to step away for a second. That battle was Garrett. It was looking crazy, so I can't wait to see the footage on that. I'll do my official like battle reviews as I watch the footage. I have the footage, but I've been waiting until it's officially released so that we could all experience it together. And then I'll even do my own battle reviews for like stuff that I did, stuff that I think I could have done better, because that's usually what I do when I watch my stuff. Um, so there's that. There was so after Rugrat, I had to battle my fam. I had to battle Baby Brinks. I was was mad. I said, ain't no way. I thought I was about to battle damage, right? We both looking at each other like, man, come on, man. Come on, man. Like, why? Why, bro? Um, they changed it. They said 1 round, no time limit. So you just dance and go as long as you want, right? Mind you, this round is happening around damn near 11 o'clock already. I'm like, bro, can we get this going? Like, I gotta drive. So this whole time, I'm really like telling my big homie, I said, hey, bro, I ain't gonna lie, I'm about to dip, just because I have to drive back and I'm gonna try to do another event. Also, yeah, not for nothing. I know I'm going at a rant here. Shout out to Ether. You know why? You just goaded. Bah, bah, bah. All right. Anyways, but I had a battle, fam, and I got through that. That was fun. That was fun. I love the way like he moves in general, man. And I just sometimes I'd be like, bro, I just wish I was this tall. Like if I was tall like him, bro, I'd be able to move like that. It would extend my body more. But I'm not that tall, so I had to do what I had to do in the ways that I do it, right? So now shout out to fam, always brings fam all day, every day, semi-final battles. It don't matter. If we gotta face each other, face everybody else. We in there. Um yeah, no, that was fun. That was real fun. That's probably my battle that I felt like I I had to try the hardest. Um and they jokes, they make jokes and stuff. My big homie in either they wanted to beat me up. I tell them I don't lab. Like I haven't labbed for a good minute. Like not seriously lab for the event. I tried to lab that whole week. I think I got one day in, and even then it was only like 30 minutes, 40 minutes, and I was tired. I was like, why am I tired? I don't know what's happening, but either way. So then I make it to the final. I had to battle Euphoria. Shout out Euphoria, man. He's been learning, I guess, from my homie Ether. That kid's nice, bro. Like real nice, bro. Real nice. And he's very competitive. I can see it in his eyes, especially right before he dances. Even when he's jumping in a session, he just looks so focused, so locked in, so competitive. And I was like, I remember when that was me. I used to get mad if I lost. Um, I don't know if he was upset without it. Well, I know what he was upset about, but in that moment, I don't know if he was upset more about not getting. And I do think he should have got the number 2 hat because of he made it to the finals, and that was his biggest pet peeve, I think there. But um, yeah. Oh, long story short. So with that, I won, right? It was cool. I hadn't battled at a Crump event like in a minute, and I've never done I've done like one tournament actually a long time ago. I wasn't even trying to do that tournament that day. I was just there to watch because I think I was still feeling like new and wasn't trying to really battle. Like I didn't really battle in Crump tournaments and stuff like that. So I thought that was really really cool. To go home, win, and then immediately get on the road, right? So look, here we are. Boom. Gotta get back on the road. It's an 8.5 hour drive or 8 hour drive. I gotta come back. I get back at 7 a.m. on a Sunday. The event starts at the other event. Shout out to Seize the Rhythm and my boy Yakal. Hey, shout out. That was such a fun event, bro. Like, so much fun, bro. Like, I had probably way more fun. First, I battled in that event. I did not care about the battles. I had way more fun doing the sessions and than I did being in the battle. So, um, shout out, brother. That was, thank you. But it was so cool to like see people that I actually like know from back home down here, which was funny. So I got here at 7 a.m. I was tired. I got like maybe like three and a half, 4 hours of sleep. Got up, went to the event, right? So my body's already in pain from one, not sleeping that much, and then two, driving such a long distance and sitting in that chair. Um, After it was a couple of these rounds, so a lot of questionable calls that night, right? And that's been going around. But Seize the Rhythm was really dope. Shout out to my boy Los. My boy took it home, got it for the Crumpers. Did his thing. He's his first battle really to get up there and just go crazy the whole time. I enjoyed every single round, bro. It was so exciting. I made it to the top 4. Didn't obviously make it to the final because my boy Los did, and I told him to avenge me, and he did. My boy. No, they had this kid, Gova. This kid is nice. Like he's only been dancing for like a few months, but like he like they you gotta battle to some drums. And he told me earlier that that's like his native, that's like his heritage right there, just dancing to drums. And I said, "Oh, word!" And I was like, "That's dope." And then I had to go do 2 rounds of drums with this kid. Having to do those 2 rounds of drums with that kid, I was like, "Damn, this is a lot of work." Um, but again, I think that some of the calls were a little crazy, a little iffy, but it didn't matter. I didn't really care. A lot of stuff that was said in between rounds, again, I was like starting to be like, can we hurry this up? Um, Here's one thing I'm gonna say I did not like. Y'all don't need to be talking and telling people what not to do or what to do in the battle in the middle of the battle. You don't need to sit there and tell people if you're asking questions about how what the judges are looking for right when the battle's about to happen, then don't battle. You don't tell people that, bro. Not everybody is there to be as serious in the competition. Some people are there to have fun, and some people are there just to vibe. I know, like about half of the room was literally we were all like, bro, we're just here to vibe. Who cares? You don't need to be doing that. Like if in a battle, yes, it's a battle. You have fun. You do what you do. There's tactics. There's things that you learn. You do what you got to do, right? You want to know who your judges are, but you want to know who your judges are too, right? So if somebody's asking that question because they're trying to figure out, or they just don't know who their judges are, or what their judges look for, or they've never been judged by any of you, allow that to happen. Speak on what you look for if you feel like that. But if you're sitting there talking about, oh, we don't care, or you know, blah blah, all this stuff, bro, that's unnecessary, bro. Like keep your comments to yourself, or keep it to after the fact. Or if you just feel like I'm okay if you just like, hey guys, remember, this is a battle. You have to battle. You know what I mean? Because that's happens before with people who are green, who don't know that it's a battle or they're showcasing or wherever it may happen. That's fine. But don't be a dick. When there's people trying to have fun and enjoy the battle space, and there's people that are experiencing the battle space, the ones that are very experienced, we don't need to hear none of that shit. So stop. Just judge. If you're judging, judge. You don't know. Oh, honestly, as a judge, you don't know owe anybody any explanations if you don't want to. If somebody feels like they got slighted and they want to call you out, take that call out. That's how it goes. But you don't need to be sitting here doing any of the extra stuff, bro. Honestly, we don't care. Let the battles happen. Let people have fun, bro. Let the dance be immersive. Let people leave it on the floor, bro. Let your dance do the talking. Stop running your mouth. You know what I mean? So that was one part because there was a woman there. She had her kid battling or whatever. She has her kid battling. And y'all talking about all this extra stuff. Why that kid need to hear all that pressure? He don't. So allow people to have fun. Okay. Sorry, I had to rant about that real quick because some stuff at that joint was really bothering me. The event was great though. The battles were great. The first round I did prelim. I'm gonna get to the battles real quick because yeah, that's neither here nor there. And that's one thing I think I noticed too from going back home versus coming back here is like there's a reason why I only talk to certain people out here versus when I go home, I'm pretty much talking to everybody. Even if we got our own stuff in VA, we got our own issues and stuff, but I could still have these conversations with people like men, or just have these conversations and not feel weird when sometimes when I'm out here and I'm like I live here now. So it's like when I'm out here in Atlanta and I'm just like, bro, I live here, but like y'all just be acting weird sometimes, bro. So just stop being fucking weird. It's dance, bro. Y'all don't gotta be weird about it. And stop being biased too. Anyway, rant over. Prelims went through, you know, my prelims round, I guess it was still showcase, so me and my opponent went through. Great time. Look, I still had a great time regardless, right? Um and not for nothing, at this event, I am glad there were different judges because even if I felt like, okay, maybe this person shouldn't be a judge, but that's my own opinion. But I'm glad there was different judges because it allows for non-biased judging. But again, people got their issues with the judging, whatever. I don't care. I had a great time regardless. Thank you, Seize the Rhythm. Prelim round was great. I didn't really start feeling it until the second round. Mind you, I just battled the night before, so I'm tired. Second round against my boy Stefan. I just really like that track. I'm sorry, bro. You know, it was cool. It was a great round. But I was just really flowing in that track. My third round is probably my favorite. Sorry, Shawty. I'm sorry. Sorry I did that to you. I guess there was a move in there that some of the judges didn't like either. I didn't really care. Ask me if I care, because I felt like I had to make an exclamation mark. Um, Especially in that round. One, I like that track. Two, um, I felt like it was her style more than anything. So I really felt like I had to overstep more and do more for that round. Um, but I had to make it undeniably that like y'all have to pick me. You know what I'm saying? So this is what, like, with the judging and stuff. If you feel like you're slighted or whatever, you gotta call people out. Or you got beef with people, or whatever. Take your emotional, like your personal feelings out of it as a judge. But yo, don't make it undeniable. Sometimes, like if there's somebody on there that you know, it's probably some BS. Make it undeniable, bro. Like, because then if you make it undeniable and you know that, I'm calling you out. I don't care. I'm calling you out. I don't care. I can sit there, and I always go into battle rooms or battle events, and I'll be like, man, bro is nice. I might have a hard time with him, or I might be like, oh, that might be a lot of work. But at the same time, I don't care. Win or lose, if I feel slighted, I am calling you out fully. I do not care. I will call you out in the middle. I know some of these events gotta go on a certain time frame or whatnot. I'm calling you out, bro. Doesn't matter. I do not care. But again, I didn't have to do that, and I was here for fun. Whatever. I still made it to top four. Top four, Battle Gova, nothing but drums. I thought that was really, really unique. Now, with the drums, it almost sounded like the same kind of cadence from the first round of drums. And I was like, dang, I thought they was gonna give me some flavor, give me a little bit something different. But also I was like, I don't know what to do. This is drums, man. Like, I'm trying to figure out what's happening. So I was like, man, let me just sit here and get off the whole round. But I enjoyed it. It was so much fun. That kid's really, really nice, man. Like my favorite things about this weekend, past weekend, was Euphoria, watching Euphoria and Damage's battle, and then Gova. That was spectacular. Like they was just amazing me, man. I just enjoyed watching them, right? And then of course Carlos, because Carlos won. Like I was in his, bro. Great rounds, final rounds of that event, bro. So, um, overall, you know, if I had to grade the events back to back, you know what I'm saying? No, just kidding. I'm not doing that. But overall, I really had a great time at both of these events. I'm sorry. I realized I really start talking fast and my mind is spinning. I start talking fast when I'm like really, really excited. So I got to calm down a little bit. But I enjoyed both of these events. Everything about them. Everybody was great. Loved it. Loved everything about it. Thank you so much. And with that, that was my weekend in the events. This was just a talk about the dance and stuff, dance world battles. I will come back and do a full review on the battles and all the battles that I felt like I want to watch. Because I could do like what happened live, but I want to do like a foot review after reviewing the footage and see what actually happens. Because sometimes when you're watching it live and you're just in the energy and in the environment and in the event, like stuff can get a little biased. But when you're just watching it on footage and you're sitting back and you're just like, damn, that was actually really, really cool. Like that when I looked at it a second time. So I want to do that, especially with the Crump event, because I was so immersed in the Crump event that I ain't have time to really. I was watching battles and I liked the battles, but and I already said it was my favorite, but I really, 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 really want to give a full review and like who I would choose, et cetera, et cetera. Even if it's already called, but I just dope events all weekend. Um, be cool to somebody, make somebody's day better. You know what I mean? Just don't be a dick. Y'all know who y'all are. Be kind and be humble. Please be humble. Man, dance is a gift that is given, and everybody goes about that journey and trains it and learns from it in their own way. So, yeah, that's it. Hold on. Damn, that's good. Peace out.